Hi, this is Barbara, and I want to show you some new toys that I bought. This is Lindy's Magical Shakers, and I bought them from the Lindy's Gang website. I first learned about these through the Singapore group where I took the CZT AE 2020 classes and had to buy some and try them. They come in beautiful colors. This is actually more of a red, and my camera is not showing true colors, but I want to show you how I have done this. This little chart is what I did to show the colors, and I wish it showed up as beautiful as it looks here, but it came in 10 colors. These are shakers, and these are powdered dyes. I think I need to look that up again to make sure I'm telling you the right thing. But they are water-based. It says shake on paper and spritz with water, paint with water or alcohol to make ink. Also add to art mediums. Tons more information online. So, like I said, the set I got came with these 10 colors that you see here. And I'm going to show you quickly how I worked with them. These are some of the tiles that I did, and I just loved the results. This one I did on top of a tile that I had already added tangles to, and the colors are just gorgeous. They're easy to work with, they're fun to play with, and I'm going to show you how I did these tiles. These are on the same kind of paper that I used for my Zentangle tiles. I cut my own paper. And a few of these are done on gray. A few of them were done on tan, and they still came out just beautiful. So I'm going to show you how I did this. Okay, so these are the supplies that I'm going to use. I have a Jim Holtz Distress Sprayer, and I bought that because it has a fine mist to it. I'm going to use some gloves because the last time I did this, I ended up with some pretty bad stains on my fingers and on my fingernails. So I'm going to try it with these gloves today. I have a brush, a couple of just simple watercolor brushes. This is just a Ziploc bag, plain water in case I want to clean my brushes, some paper towels, and an old plastic cutting board that I use for putting my tiles down. Okay, so I've seen this done several different ways on the internet. I researched it before I started and decided that I like doing it this way that I'm going to show you. I have several watercolor papers that I have cut. The ones that I use are the Canson XL watercolor paper, and it comes at a really good price at Walmart or Amazon or even Michael's, and so that's what I have used. Now, like I said, these are powders. If you've just gotten them in the mail, you might want to shake them up to loosen them a little bit. This color is yodeling yellow. So let's start with just, this is the yellow Oktoberfest orange. And how about the red? This is Cuckoo Clock Cardinal. And the first time that I did these, I just sprinkled this down on the plastic. And as soon as I sprayed it with the water, it kind of blew it away. So I had decided that I like to spray the bottom first. Okay, these open with a wide mouth on one side, kind of like your spice shakers. And there's the small opening on this side. So be careful when you're doing that, and be careful if you've got grandkids like I do, that they don't get into this and make a mess. So I just lightly sprayed the plastic for the Ziploc bag, and now I have the shaker side open, and I'm going to shake just a little bit of the yellow. It does not take much to get a lot of color. Okay, now let's try a little bit of the cardinal. Okay, and I don't know if you can see on this, but it is shimmery. It has kind of a glittery look to it. I'm just going to do this on one side. Like I said, you don't need much. And then let's do a little bit of the Oktoberfest orange. And it's not obvious which side is the shaker side, so I'm always fumbling to find it. And now let's add a little bit on this side. All right, now comes the fun. I have a tile ready, and now I'm going to spray water on top of the magicals. See if I can zoom in a little bit. Okay. Now I'm going to take my card, and the first time I'm going to do this, I'm just going to lay the card down on top of these. Again, this is watercolor paper. And you can see already it's getting a little messy, and it's squeezing out the sides of the paper. Now I'm going to pick it up. Oh my gosh. Isn't that pretty? And if I wanted to, I could, let's just do that. Let's put it back down in this corner to get some more color. There we go. And it's blending a lot, but that's okay. You can also blow on it. Or I'm going to take my paintbrush and kind of move the paint so that it covers all the spaces. I'm going to put a little bit more over here. There you go. There's my first one. When you have too much here on the side, you can use your brush to pick it up a little bit, or you can use a paper towel, but I prefer using the brush if I have too much coming up. All right, I hear the trash truck coming, so I'm going to pause for a minute. Okay, so this is my first one. I have a lot of ink left down here, and it's really a bright red color. It's hard to see for you, but I'm going to use a paper towel and go ahead and soak up most of that. Okay. Another way that you can do this, let me go ahead and just clean this, because I want you to be able to see the different ways that it works. is that you can actually sprinkle the magicals right on top of the card, or the paper, I'm sorry. This is polka purple. And some of these have a lot of glittery shimmer to them. So let's put purple sprinkles. Okay, and then this one is Bavarian blue. Ooh, that one came out fast. And then let's add some Pa pink. This one is really glittery. Like I say, you don't need much. And now I'm going to spray with the water. And I'm trying to stay back far enough that it doesn't spray it off my card. So this is what you end up with if you put it on the card and spray it. And show you a little bit up close. You can blow on it to get it to move around. Or now you could take the plastic bag and put it on top and just kind of move it around. And then peel it off. Dear. Now you end up with a lot of water on here. Okay, so I'm going to take my brush, clean it, and dry it off a little bit, and then it will soak up some of that extra along the edge. You can also take your paper towel and touch it along the edge. I do that same thing over here. And I'm going to wipe that off again with my brush. And then I can also use my brush to move it if I want to, and get some of that paint off down here and add it to the edge. And there you go. That has some beautiful colors on it. I'm just going to leave it as it is. Okay, so that's another way that you can do it. Let me clean this up, and then I'll show you again. Okay, so I've cleaned up my mess, and now I'm going to show you. This is with some Fabriano Tiepolo paper, which is the same kind of paper that Zentangle uses in their cards. And I am going to sprinkle more purple, because I'm a true believer that nobody can have too much purple. I love purple. So let's do a sprinkle here of purple. Then I'm going to try again some of the Pa pink. And then this one is Guten Tag teal. Beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to spray the bag a little bit. And I'm also going to spray my card. I just found that I liked the results better if I had the surface of my card or my tile wet first. Okay. A little bit more water till you see it bubbling up. Wish you could see how beautiful these colors really are. I'll move this up just a little bit for you. Okay, so my tile is wet. The plastic bag is wet. So now I'm going to smush down. I'm not moving it, I'm just pushing it all the way around. And now I'm going to peel it back. Oh, I love, love how it looks when I do this. Okay, I've cleaned my brush. And I'm going to get some of these colors and pull them over here. I can also, like I did with the other one, just put it back down on top of these where there's still some purple. Oh, this is gorgeous. This is just so much fun. I love having a tile that's already decorated like this, and I'm very happy with how this looks. So I'm going to stop and put it aside. And I'm going to grab another tile. And this one again is the Fabriano Tiepolo. And let's see what happens. I'm going to add some of the, actually I meant to grab the yellow. Okay, I'm going to add some more yellow. See what happens. Because the yellow is really bright and pretty. Okay, let's spray my tile and smooth it out a little bit. Spray the bag to activate that yellow. And where it's close to the blue, of course, it's turning it green. And be careful not to put too many colors down because you end up with just brown. Okay, pushing it down. I'm going to peel it up. Ooh, pretty. Okay, so I'm going to take my brush and clean up some of this excess. And I don't have much color here, so I'm going to turn it back over and try adding a little bit on this side. Okay, this one's turning out pretty simple. You can pick up color from the bottom and just add it. I mean, from down here. Wipe this off a little bit. And the colors are definitely more beautiful in person. But there you go. There's several different ideas for how to do this. I don't want to waste my colors. I'm going to pick up a little bit of the paint off of this end. And I'm going to do one more card for you. And then I have a haircut appointment. So I'm adding yellow. I'm sorry, purple. And let's add a little bit more of the Papa pink. This time I'm going to get a watercolor paper again. Get it wet. Here we go. More fun, more fun. Ooh, pretty, pretty, pretty. But it's turning very brown down here. So I'm going to wipe some of that off. And then clean my brush. And I think I'm just going to turn it back over. Wipe away some of the brown. And this one is just very light in colors. And I like the variety. So I think I'll leave it. And again, I'm not real pleased with how that's turning out. It's very brown, but I will pause this and then I'll show you again after these have dried how they look. Initially, people had said that these will dry a lot lighter than how they look. And I'm just cleaning some of that along the bottom. Let me show you these. You see those look pretty bowed, but as they dry, they start to flatten. Let me zoom this out. Okay. Here's another one. See how it's starting to be flat already? And then here's this one. I think they're beautiful. I love having a tile that already has color on it instead of trying to add color afterwards. Then I don't have to worry about it. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this. And see you next time. Bye.